Welcome back to Fan Mail. Maybe you missed it, but we were just playing Stone Shard a little bit earlier. That game is sick. James, when are you gonna play it? Soon?
I'm gonna do it real soon. I'm just about to do it.
You know what they're asking about is
What?
when you're gonna do a marble stream.
Oh, I mean the marbles thing I might be able to do, but it's connected to my personal channel. I don't know how to detach it and start it back up. But yeah, it is something I've been thinking about. Shit! All my lights are falling off of my desk.
That makes sense. Yeah, they said that it was probably because you didn't know how to log in.
No, I know how to
That's
log
good.
in as myself, but like all of the stuff that I've purchased, like the marbles that I have, are purchased under the same account for Twitch, the real James Heaney's Twitch. So it just would be like, what I guess I could do is stream it from GameFront, but log in as a marble as James Heaney. So I think that would work actually.
Or just start a GameFront one specific.
Um,
How much money did you spend on these marbles? Like $5?
I think probably a total of like $20.
Oh wow. I mean, I would pitch in if it would get a marble stream going.
Yeah, maybe it would.
Oh, okay. Good start to the day, baby. Let's go. He's a one-trick pony, and that trick sucks.
Oh my goodness.
It's like the trick is taking a shit on the track.
It's all he does. No, he doesn't run. That's it. Oh my goodness.
I went out to surf today with all of my surf friends, but it's a national holiday. It's Juneteenth, recognized today. Is this how many years have we been recognizing it as a day that everybody gets off of work? Do you know, Morgan?
I mean, it should have been since 1856.
I mean, it should have been, yeah. But I mean, because I don't know the exact history, but from my understanding, is it was the day that everybody found out that they were no longer slaves. Do you know if that's true?
Oh, it's 1865, not 57. No, it was the last year. It was the last state to end slavery, and it was Texas.
Yeah. But I went out to go surfing, and I couldn't find any of the people I was with because I think it being a national holiday, there was just so many surfers out there. I couldn't even. They were just littered everywhere. So I found a little spot I could be by myself, and I got stung by a stingray.
No.
Yeah, third time out. It wasn't too bad. It was not like what happened to Aaron. It just nicked the top of my toe. And it felt kind of like I got cut by glass. So I I went right away out of the ocean. I looked at my toe. It was like bleeding like a hot pink color, but it was such a tiny, tiny scratch. But sure enough, it started hurting more and more as time went on.
That's nasty. Do you have like a fan going or something?
I do have a fan going.
Okay.
It's pretty hot here. I can try to lower it, but I feel like the actual thing is just...
I have one on too. Should I? Is it me or is it James? I can turn mine off.
No, it's James. I can only hear it when he's talking. It's not a big deal.
I'm going to step aside really quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye then.
I'm going to step aside real quick. Just 1 second.
You too, Danny? It's just me. Hey guys. What's up with you, Danny? What'd you stream this weekend? Did you do TMNT?
We streamed.
Oh, Danny.
Saturday, we streamed more of The Quarry, great teenage drama /
Handan Ulasile, aka Ulasil's botnet, says he can't hear anything, and I don't know if they're trolling. This is my least favorite troll. I really hate it.
Yeah, he's lying.
Oh no, I can hear me.
Yeah, don't worry.
I can hear.
You can't trust them anymore. So we played The Quarry on Saturday, and we rattled through like a bunch of chapters. So we got through like chapters 2 through 6, and then on the Sunday we carried on with that, and we did chapters 7, 8, and got up to the start of chapter 9. Then we got bored and we played Ninja Turtles for about... he's talking about he can't hear the fans. There you go. That's fine. Got him. So we did play Ninja Turtles for about 20, 30 minutes. Guys, it's freaking good. Like,
I want to play it today. I was actually thinking, since it's a national holiday, maybe Zach doesn't have people at his office.
He's the rub. So fan mail today, we've only got 3 videos. If we can route through this relatively quickly, if Zach said he potentially, we could film some Ninja Turtles after this if you want. If you're up for it.
Yes, I do want. I've got it installed. I have not played it at all, but it's all installed.
I'll look at it. Mine was having trouble installing on my computer.
Were you using the Xbox Game Pass?
Yes.
It
was just like freezing.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's installed now. I let it just sit, so it looks like it's fine.
I didn't have any problems, but I know Zach said he had some issues. But
it was just, I mean, it's only 740 something megabytes, and it was just like sitting on the thing. So I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Don't you get like 1,000 download a second? So like it probably was just sitting there thinking like, how do I do this if I need to get 1,000 in a second, but there's less than that.
Oh yeah, you can just do it in less than a second. You don't have to take up a whole second when you're doing something, James.
Announcements, and I think James has got an announcement, possibly the biggest announcement of the year, possibly decade, possibly century.
Wait, what?
If you're alluding to the show, the other show I do, is that what you mean?
Oh well, I was talking more about your internet connection, but we can talk about that too if you like.
Yeah, I mean,
announcements are for you to plug and/or announce the end of things to plug. So.
I was like, that's a strange way to really set this up. But first, I did boost my internet. I have the top tier possible internet available through Time Warner Spectrum at a building that's over 100 years old here. So I can now get, I think it's 28 or 29. I think it's like, it hovers between 27, 28 upload speed. And I have a download speed now of, brace yourself, 400 something megabytes.
That's all right. That's not bad. That's half a gig.
So, it's half a gig.
That's 400. So you know what? For 2 people, like 400's fine. I mean,
well, the down is fine. It's the upload.
I guess
he's never gonna... 30 should be fine.
30 up is workable. Yeah, like you can stream comfortably on 30 up with 1080p, and everything should be smooth, and it's better. It's way better. It's not great, but it's better.
It was at like 11 to 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you've doubled your productivity there, basically, James.
Yeah.
If T-Mobile didn't have those gateway connection issues, you would probably get a faster upload from a T-Mobile wireless network.
Yeah, probably.
Like a
but
5G
they're notorious for throttling you.
Yeah, no, they have a bunch of different issues. I had trouble connecting to anything that was like open, like voice channels or any like Discord or Parsec or anything like that. It wouldn't let me hook up.
And then the other announcement was that Wednesday we recorded our final episode of Alchemy This. The more exciting announcement is that in that last episode, I announced that I'm taking over the Patreon for that, and in August it will become a new show called Original Understudies. And the most exciting part of that is we're gonna record our first teaser pilot. I don't know what the hell you'll call it. Example. We're gonna record it this Wednesday, and Morgan is in it, as is Mary Doodles. Do you pronounce her last name Gluttlefish?
Gluttlefish?
How do you pronounce her last name?
Her last name is Gluttlefish.
Well, you just tell me what it is, and then we can all laugh about how wrong I was.
It's like Gutfish. It's German.
Oh, come on. It's not that different from what I said.
Guttlefish?
You basically said cuttlefish, but changed the C to a G. Now,
that's what it looks like.
I have an important question. I knew you were gonna take over and kind of take over and start your own show, but Where's my invite, man? Why am I not in your show? I mean, come on, you got Morgan
You know,
in.
I've been thinking
Where's-
about
where's-
it a lot.
where's-
because there's
where's
a
the
lot
British
of-
guy?
Now you know how I
Come
feel
on
when
now.
they started asking me this.
When they started out, I know I'm at the bottom of the pile.
Just watching all my friends walk away.
The thing is there's probably going to be a lot of people. And Danny, if you had studied improv for a great deal of time, I would consider it. But at the same time, even when Kevin was in New York doing Marvelous Miss Maisel, the amount of lag to be on the East Coast to do improv actually does add to it. Like it's going to be about have you been honing your craft for multiple years? B, do you have a microphone? And C, do you have good enough internet to join?
This is uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, some of us have got gigabit, but Mikey's with the wow using the not qualified enough card. I agree, Mikey. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely, just because I haven't spent, 5 years in improv school, I'm
10
apparently
But
not
how about 4?
qualified.
Did you do 4?
I didn't even do 4 minutes, but it's fine. Whatever.
We're
Maybe
working
just
on it. We're working on it
maybe
in
I
GPW.
improvised my qualification. I mean, come on. I mean, what do you want from me here? I mean,
That's a good qualification to improvise. But I would have said I would have improvised something bigger, like 1,000 years of improv experience. I was there
for one person. I have 1,000 years of improv experience.
We were forging improv in the volcanoes of Mordor.
Mikey's got to do an announcement about the website. It is not ready yet.
Oh.
And we're still working on it.
Oh my God, Mikey, come on!
Are
man.
we going to be
we're-
able to release it alongside Half-Life 3 or?
Version 8, right? Where are we at?
We're at version 3 of the website. Technically, it's
I
not
don't
even
even-
version. Oh God, I mean, how many versions of File from GameFront have there been? So there was the original one.
Two.
No, there's been loads.
No, I know.
And then there's 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is probably like the 9th or 10th iteration, probably. But we're calling it V3 because it's the 3rd version we've had a crack at. And yeah, I don't know why he does this to me. To be honest, yeah. Although there is good news on that front, the homepage is back because that went away for a small while due to technical problems.
Oh, really?
So the homepage is back. The news on there is 3 months out of date. I will slowly try and start putting some more news back up there. But yeah.
Oh, if you're gonna be doing the news articles again, I want to do YouTube shorts on them, or like the stories where they go away.
Let's yeah. I mean, to be honest, I can give you access so you can just add articles yourself if you like and things of that nature.
Yeah. Where are you getting? Oh well, we'll talk about it offline. Oh, I do
Take it
have
offline.
questions about how you make the articles, like where.
It's like WordPress, but just Mikey's built it, so it doesn't quite work. Sorry, I mean it's great. That's what you get, Mikey. That's what you get for coming in here full tilt, trying to upset me with your little V3 announcements. Bye, Mikey. Bye.
Mikey, don't leave. Why don't we just use WordPress? Bye.
Oh God, don't say why don't we just use WordPress? That will upset him. Come on now. Come on.
I've heard that a huge portion of the internet is just WordPress websites.
Oh my God. Defy Media used WordPress
No.
for GameFront. Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
for
remember?
GameFront?
Yeah.
You'd be very surprised or not surprised that a lot of big corporate websites are made on WordPress.
Here's the fun thing about the it was Break Media at the time, and the IT department there. We had the website with all the articles, which was WordPress, and then there was the thing in the background for the files, and they made it look the same. But really, when you went from the news articles page to the files page, you were really changing to a completely different system because WordPress couldn't handle that. So that was the old FileFront system reskinned to look like GameFront. And then there was the forums as well, which was vBulletin. And then there was another system to run the gaming pages.
It wasn't even a WordPress like BuddyPress like bulletin maker. It was like a forum maker. It was a third program.
There was 4 programs to make GameFront. So there was 4, and 3 of them had their own login systems. So basically, to use all of the different parts of GameFront, you had to register 3 times. This is how
Oh,
it was
no.
under Break Media, and we tried to get them to upgrade vBulletin from version 3 to version 4. They
Yep.
This is Break IT. They went in and did it. They immediately got presented with a message that said, as you do this upgrade, the skin for your forum will no longer be compatible. Are you sure you want to continue? And the obvious answer is yes, because it's just a skin. It's not important. You'll just use the default until you can make a new one. And they had a panic attack and basically said, nope, we can't do this. We don't know what this means. It's too dangerous. We'll never upgrade them ever again. So it was left on vBulletin 3 until we got hacked like weekly. On the weekly. It was bad days. WordPress as well. Anyway, they're gone now, so it doesn't matter. My NDA doesn't apply. Please file your lawsuits in the box to my right. It's
That's
great.
gnarly.
So actually, what Mikey's built is like phenomenally better. But the thing he's building is phenomenally better. And he won't finish it. I don't know why. Anyway, have we got any other announcements?
We are still playing Stone Shard. I don't know if you guys have ever played Stone Shard before, but it's freaking sick. I think we talked about it. Did we talk? No, we didn't talk about it last time. Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out. That's an announcement. 10-year anniversary, and they're just coming out with Dragon's Dogma 2. So I'm very excited for that. We'll keep waiting.
A lot of people say it could have just been a DLC. Is what I've been hearing a lot of people say.
Oh, who said that?
I guess it was just me.
Okay. I can't believe that you gave up on that game because it's literally one of my favorite games.
I guess maybe
It's
one day
crazy.
I'll give it another try.
James, you have to stop. Please. It's too hurtful. Please stop promising things.
Speaking of
Do
promising
you
things
think
and
if
being
I
level.
picked it up? What was that?
Oh, no. I know what you were going to say. You were going to say, do you think if I picked it up something, and then we would say yes, and then you would go, okay, I'll think about it, which means you're not going to do it. So there's no point in
Okay.
really
Fair.
continuing
That's
down
fair.
that road. But
Then I'll save my breath.
speaking of disappointment, we were very light on videos last week. We've got 2 Elden Rings and a GPW. Now perhaps we should explain what happened. Oh, no.
Wait, you mean explain what happened to what?
The videos.
Just
all the
front.
content last
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice whether there was a difference. Well, I mean, GPW was great.
It was fun. Yeah, it was very well produced, delivered on time. It was great. When
I was recording, I don't exactly know when. I don't remember intentionally doing it, but at some point in time, I clicked the mute button on my microphone, and I didn't realize it until we were done with the recordings for the day. Now, I have in OBS, there is a thing where you click the thing, and that was what was muted. But Morgan could hear me the whole time, so he didn't know it was muted. Otherwise, it would be crazy if I was just talking and Morgan couldn't hear me. We kept recording. But yeah, OBS had the thing muted. So we recorded Death's Door and Elden Ring, and it had no voiceover on it. Luckily, we didn't additionally do Resident Evil, so there was just 2. But actually, Morgan and I recorded re-recorded Death's Door, and I enjoyed recording it a lot. We had a lot of laughs in the recording, so I can imagine maybe it's turned out good. And today we're going to go over the Elden Ring stuff. So I have the video, and what I did do is I went through and I added the death count. So when we see the video play, when Morgan and I record it, we will see what death we're on. If I die, if I was to die in the video, I don't know.
Okay, James. Yeah, of course. So one thing's for certain.
I was getting some questions during the week about the ASMR stream.
What happened to that?
It was it's really whispered. It's really quiet. So far, I've been just trying it solo without streaming it, just whispering at night, and I think it's going good. So I do think it's going to make the cut to the internet soon.
Hate it. Okay.
Sorry.
The announcements.
All right, let's do. So wait, sorry.
No, I had a pretty crazy week. I can't really. Some of it I can't get into. Some of it was Alchemy. There was a lot going on with trying to organize the end of that because we were wrapping stuff up. So I had my usual things that I do during the week. On top of wrapping up that show, I wrote many. Did you know that I wrote 25 emails this week? Heartfelt individual emails to Patreon members to let them know about Alchemy This. That was insane. I am not a good writer, and that took a long time. So that was one thing. And then there's also some other issues I have in another job that I have going on that I can't really talk about out of respect of human beings' private worlds. But
Fair
God,
enough.
it has killed me not to say it out loud.
I mean, in fairness, if you'd written the same heartfelt apology to the
I mean, I could have, but I debated that, and like parts of it are the same, but at the end of the day, I wholeheartedly believed that they deserved, with the amount of time that they had supported us and the amount of time that they've been fans, I believed that they deserved more than a cookie cutter copy paste goodbye. And it took me a long time to do it, but when I was done, I felt like I could be proud of the way that I handled the end of that show. And if I would have just sent out, because we did send out, and God, there was a lot of people I didn't reach out to. And there was one big letter for the mass majority of Patreon, but the people that had been there the longest and had supported us the most, I sent an individual letter to.
fair.
Danny, something's up with your
I
microphone.
know.
You
Here's
seen
the
that?
thing. I don't know if I ever showed people this, but I got the arm, the gimmick. But occasionally the cable pulls out and then everything resets.
You need more slack in the cable.
I need more slack in the cable. And for some reason, when I plugged it back in, the noise cancellation's like it doesn't want to work anymore. So I've turned my air conditioner off. It's fine. Sweet. All right. Found my own time. All right. So I go. Oh no, hang on. Things are not ready yet. Stall. Let's go.
All right.
You guys been thinking about pizza at all?
Let me tell you one thing that happened in a class I taught this week at the West Side. I was doing a game where you walk around in the space as different animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the animals I said was to walk around like a spider, and a full-grown human person jumped up and grabbed the pipe that the sprinklers are
No.
attached to and just shook it with all of his weight and might.
No.
Because he was using the space like a spider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything, and nothing happened. The pipe did not break. But you know about pipes, Morgan. Do you think there was a chance that was going to snap that thing and just pour water all over us?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What kind of a human being? Like, I know that we're trying to get out of our heads doing improv and like really.
Yeah. Did you give him an A or did you fail him? Like, you could go either way.
Well, I did. I stopped the scene right away. I tried not to, because it's a level one. It's an early level class, and I don't want somebody to be completely in their head. So I didn't want to just.
But it's
alienate
a
this
good
person.
teaching moment. Like you have to, even though you're creating a new reality, you still exist in this reality. Like just
That's
because
exactly.
your
That's
character
exactly what I
like
said.
is like wants to punch somebody else, you can't actually punch the person, right? So we have to. That's where the art form comes in. How do we
Exactly,
display
and that's
that
the way-
without? Yeah,
You must. I hope that you teach again one day soon. But you must have been a great.
they
teacher.
don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it. But that is basically what I said, is I need you to be able to get out of your head enough that you're not judging whether or not somebody else is breaking rules in a scene. But I need you to have the wherewithal not to jump up and grab dangerous items and start putting everyone in physical harm. But I said that privately, so it was not something I didn't want to make this guy, because what I wanted to do is like say, what is wrong with you? What happened to you that you thought that because it was improv you could defy the laws of nature?
What if someone in your class starts doing improv naked?
I won't let them do that, because you don't take your real clothes off, because if your real clothes become props, then every other improv prop that you have its existence, because it's like the nothing has then started chasing you through the improv world. You can't have a real phone. You can't take off your real clothes, because otherwise the imaginary, the improvised lion also disappears. And it
makes sense. But
that was my favorite maneuvers when I
only-
was going through classes. I was in classes with someone who would pull their wallet out constantly, and it was no names, but it was really funny because they were like kind of like a rich business person, and so I think that that's the only thing they could think about was like money, or like it would just pay for something, or like I would just buy my way through this situation, or so that's all that was coming to their mind.
Well, I have a question then. When I watch you do when I watch you do Bear Supply on Improv Show, the only thing I've ever seen you use as a prop, but you do use it as a prop, is like the chair that's on the stage. Now, is that fair game? Or
that is fair game, because only because of the extraordinary difficulty of making it look like you're sitting with nothing underneath you.
And okay, moving on.
Those chairs, and I actually used to like this better, but those chairs used to be gray carpeted boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Those were great.
I liked that better too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't use that. The gray boxes just felt like such a piece of clay for your mind to create whatever you wanted it to be on stage.
Yeah, because it could easily be a chair or anything else. Dark Page wants to know if you're wearing your Warriors jersey, James. You a big Warriors fan?
I'm wearing my Tropics shirt, my Flint Tropics shirt.
Still riding those Wolf Merle coattails, huh?
Yep. I'm hoping that they'll book me in Flint for the next rock and roll marathon.
Pendant says that you did Bear Supply once and used the chairs to pretend to be a giant, and you almost fell. So I mean,
oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
James almost fell. I didn't almost fall.
Yeah. I'm saying James, but I mean,
Yeah.
I just that sounds like a violation of your own rule there. Anyway, should we do the intro?
Well, let me explain it, because that was not using a prop. Those
Yeah.
chairs weren't supposed to be chairs. That was supposed to be me being taller. Now, I physically can't be taller, and you can bend space where one person looks down and the other look up, and you kind of have a split screen with it on stage. But a dangerous tactic. And you don't do that in a class. You do that when you're getting paid the big bucks, like doing a Bear Supply show. If there's no money on the line, don't take risks like that. But yeah, I almost fell because I was trying to walk as a giant with the chairs underneath my feet.
Was that the one where we were moving the chairs for you, or you were just doing it with your feet?
I think at first I started with my feet, and then you guys helped me, and it was a lot easier.
Yeah. Roll it.
I did it. It's done.
Nice.
Elden Ring, episode number 38. Amazing Jace. Remember to try out your dragon breath for midair after a jump. You'll be safe from all the sweeping attacks.
Should we spoil this, Morgan?
No, we definitely talk about that in an upcoming video.
Amazing Jace.
But I also thought about it more. I think I know what's going wrong.
Okay.
Quick correction. I've been talking about something River Well. It's in Least Limgrave, immediately south of the Erd Tree. That's the one he should do, in my opinion, before he gets too OP from Lumeria.
Are you trying to do Morgan's bit? Danny, are you trying to do Morgan's bit?
Needs to go there next. Agreed. Spoilers, but we are definitely reading these comments, guys. Scroll up. Amazing Jays. It's really interesting seeing someone fight the Crucible Knight at distance with a long-range weapon. James isn't getting caught in the stomp attack nearly as much as I thought he would. Amazing Jays. Oh, never mind. Got a buddy. You do a good job against the Crucible Knight, though, and it definitely was a different fight than I think other people had. Because you were at a higher level, you had a longer weapon, all that stuff.
It wasn't that high of a level.
Okay. Amazing Jays, 38-29, 38-35. Morgan taking a page straight out of Zach's playbook.
What did you do there?
I think I got saucy.
Really? I'm interested to see this. It's not often you get saucy.
James has been wearing on me. Wearing me down.
Well, thanks for all your help. I really appreciate you looking for bragging rights to help your Padawan as he learns. No, I did not get good.
Okay, well, when you get good, I'll come back. I'm doing something.
I want the cheat code. Give it to me. That's it. He said he'll come back when I get good.
That was a very Zach thing to say, actually.
Well, because he asked me what the trick was, and I told him to get good, and then he was asking me for more tricks, and he hadn't applied the first trick yet.
Hello, Pendant. What can I do for you? Mono Mike says, hi, guys. Great content, and it is very noticeable the growth of pro gaming in James' behalf. Winky face. Okay, emoji.
What up,
Sorry,
JTW?
I can't help but think of just getting my ass handed to me whenever I see El Mono Mike's name.
you got smushied. Did you, James? Did you watch the GPW this week?
I sure did.
You did. You got around to
yes,
it. Okay.
I got around to it. It was great. It was. I have a lot of emotions on it, but I feel like we'll have a different chance to talk.
What was your favorite match?
I think it was the Owen Smo versus me, but that might just because it was me getting to see me. But I thought Mitch having patches was pretty good too. But there is the own it gets its own thing, right?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right.
David H. I never thought I'd live to see the day when James would lose the shield and start double fisting his weapon. We're all very proud of him for that.
Double fisting his weapon. I love it. That is what I call it a lot.
GameFront Fods, this isn't even GPW. Do better, GameFront. Also, please unmute Morgan. I think he is cute. Not Morgan, by the way. Morgan was very quiet in this video. This happened before the actual muting of James. Maybe you were trying to fix it.
Bringing balance to the universe.
Do you for some reason, and I'm not sure why you would do this, but do you turn your microphone down at the start of a recording day?
No, I think that James has me turned down in his banana.
James has turned you down in his banana.
I use a banana phone.
Yeah.
Ring, ring,
I think that's what it
banana
is,
phone.
but he won't.
I'll check right now. And the answer is no, I don't.
You don't have a banana?
I don't have you turned down in the banana. As I suspected, I've never changed that setting. It's at 0.
Kamikaze, it's Jeebus Jabbus. I about lost my lunch with that handy dandy camera work. Can't we at least get 5 seconds of sanity at the start? Looks at channel name. Oh, right.
I think this is because when we start this video, when we start the video, Morgan, I think, is the one in control and it's just spinning.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
he forgot to turn off my mouse.
That was nauseating, to be honest. Good lord. Fair enough.
Kamikaze Ice 2037 small wrinkling chesticles.
Is it 237?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
You know, you were the person that discovered this. Here, right?
I did, but I don't think that there was a mustache.
Compare it to your body right now.
There's no chest
James,
there.
That's what you look like, right?
I mean, well, there's a chest. There's no chest hair.
Well, he's saying that that chest looks like chesticles. It kind of looks like a ball sack on my chest. There's no nipples, that's for sure.
It's weird, isn't it?
I would say so.
Kamikaze Ice, you can remove your mustache by using the mirror, the round table hold.
Have you tried that, James?
What was that? No.
Yeah, you can pull your mirror, pull your mustache off there.
Well, that's good. Now we're gonna see that.
Danger Dad, trust me, you'll have to try harder than that if you want them to use the mirror at the round table. That's funny.
I think the amazing thing would be to make Danger Dad wait for 5 weeks for James to take his mustache off at the round table hold, and then as soon as Kamikaze Ice asks you to remove it, you just do it instantly.
Immediately?
Just immediately remove the mustache at the mirror of the round table hold. Brad Hahn says the status icon with the red X meant you can't fast travel. That seems obvious, but fair enough.
Oh, that's good. Good news.
Pendant,
I mean, some of those icons are tough.
Pendant's asking me in the chat, do I like the steers that all died of heat stroke?
Yeah, there's like 10,000 cows that died of heat stroke. I think we determined it was in Kansas. Yeah.
Why would I? Well, I didn't know about that, but why would I like that?
Because they think you're an awful human being. It's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, very cool, very cool.
You get hot dogs out of puppies. You don't even wait for them to get old, do you?
Guys, we are not our GPW characters. James is not would never lose to Owen Smo. All right. Danny's not a monster.
It's
I'm alive.
It's 10,000 more batches of Big Pete's Burger Emporium. I guess I don't know, but it's yeah, that's not good. Kamikaze says at 12 minutes 50 seconds, James, you can't ever say Morgan isn't trying to help you after he gave you this tip. I thought he would wait to see if you struggle against him before he told you.
I wonder if this is where he said I got to get good. It's going to be really frustrating if that's what the tip was.
No, this is where I give you a legitimate tip and then you poo-poo it anyways because you didn't use it correctly.
But you're so overpowered for this. I want you to try hitting these guys with crystal darts.
Ooh, so they're weak to magic.
Well,
I already have them on.
Yeah.
All right. I did use them. And this is, I honestly know
like
what
he took your
already.
Advice.
Yeah, I did.
Keep watching.
Okay, so he doesn't actually
wait for him. He uses them and then he gets sarcastic.
Oh, that's right. Maybe I do get snotty. Okay, well, that's the trick. Oh, what is going on with that?
Oh, he didn't realize what was happening.
Oh my God, he was attacking the other guy.
Yeah, he's still attacking you, though.
Yeah, he is.
That's
He's
good.
also attacking the other guy.
All right, I was completely wrong. The sarcasm in my voice was unnecessary. So, see, when I'm wrong, I admit to it. Just like always.
Just like always. Tough stuff.
Kamikaze I 1603. Is Morgan being helpful? I mean, he finally won after Morgan's advice.
Cuddle
And then Cuddle Buddy says, right? I get wanting to do it on your own most of the time, but gosh, a lot more forward progression would happen if James stopped being so obtuse and unwelcoming to tips when it's clear he has no clue. I'm the exact same as Morgan. When I got a know-it-all pal who's struggling constantly, I get super snarky. Lol. All in good fun, but dang frustrating to watch.
Thank you.
I don't know, guys.
Buddy. Wait, is Cuddle Buddy me?
It doesn't say not Morgan.
Could be.
It could be. Kamikaze Ice says, we need a GameFront versus GameFront VODs. If you had to humanize YouTube channels as wrestlers. Again, the GPW is so popular, it's even in Elden Ring. But can there be random supports, crashes, who appear to interfere with the match? Could have a Not Morgan come in versus GameFront for those. We've been trying to figure out how to do
working that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's possible. I
yeah,
just don't know how.
We're still working. We're finding interesting ways to contrive situations using the engine that it wasn't
again,
designed
this
for.
is not the video for that, but I have to say, Zach's speech was amazing. How he got the microphone to just be right in front of his mouth.
The promo, yeah.
It was pretty cool. So you guys are finding cool tricks to do with it. I like it.
We're trying.
Yeah, you can kind of tell we cheated on that because
you can, but at the same time, you can kind of tell a cartoon's not real, you know? So I'm willing to suspend my disbelief and enjoy it. And I appreciate that you guys are doing little efforts to make it more realistic looking.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. Thank you.
Ice 2540 Thops kind of looks like Danny with more facial hair.
Oh, you know what? I actually went and looked at this, and I think it's quite true, actually.
Oh yeah, you look.
Yeah,
like
I think
Thops
you could
for
do
sure.
this for Halloween, but you guys don't have Halloween out there, do you?
The downtrodden.
We do have Halloween.
To any of my needs.
What do you call it?
Halloween.
Well, that's weird. That is weird.
Isn't it like bonfire night or something? What is that night?
No, so Halloween is on October 30 something, is it? Is it the 30th? It's the same night you have.
Oh,
it.
so you don't have it's the same night we have it? Come on, Danny. You don't even know what day it is.
Halloween is the same. The only difference between Halloween in America and Halloween in the UK is that you guys go all in for the Halloween. I mean, like, you know.
Do you guys do
really
a full purge?
like-
Do you guys do a full purge afterwards?
We're thinking about doing the Forever Purge this year.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the problem with Halloween is like it's usually like Halloween is in October, and in October it generally rains all the time. So like there are not many kids who want to be out in the rain trick or treating. If the weather's okay, they'll do it. So you will get kids coming to the door trick or treating. But like, and then you guys, like I've seen like tombstones in the garden and like webs all over the house and proper like
Oh, people
really
don't decorate their houses? That's the best part.
decorate. Some people do, but very few, and the ones that do don't go all in like you guys do. So it's not quite the
Yeah.
same. But so it's definitely a thing. But the bonfire night is the 5th of November, so that is right around the corner. And that's
Oh.
kind of like your July 4th, and that it's just people setting off a bunch of fireworks.
Is
because why
that
not?
this where the phrase "remember the 5th of November" comes from?
Yes, Guy Fawkes.
Oh,
yes,
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I didn't know they called it Bonfire Night.
we do. We do.
I thought they called it V for Vendetta Day.
I only know about it from watching British detective shows.
Which British detective shows do you watch? That's an interesting revelation.
I watch essentially all of the new ones that I have access to on Netflix. I watch one that's about old retired detectives taking cold cases, which is interesting. I watch essentially all of them. I can go through my Netflix. And
Are these
and
reality
flip them
shows
into
or
them.
like dramatizations?
No, they're dramas. Yeah, there's the one with the lady Cap. She's like an older lady, but she's a really good actress.
Oh, I know who you mean. Do
Yeah,
you ever watch Father Brown? That's probably
she's
one
kind
of
of
the
a
worst.
tough. No, Father Brown I've never watched. We talked about Father Brown the other day.
Oh, interesting. Have you ever seen Death in Paradise?
Let me see. I don't remember the names because there hasn't been a new one in a while.
It's cheesy, but you should watch Death in Paradise if you haven't seen it. If you like British detective shows, it's kind of set on a Caribbean island instead, but
Oh.
it's pretty good.
Oh, I did start this one, and then I was like, I didn't get too
You
into
don't
it.
like it?
I'll give
Fair
it.
enough.
I'll give it another shot. Let me see. I'll pull up while you guys.
It's quite fun to try and figure out who did it, but I mean, it's usually the problem with Death in Paradise is it's usually so ridiculous by the end. There was no way for you to ever guess, so it takes the fun out of it because the actual who was the murderer is so contrived and ridiculous.
Yeah. So all of these ones: Broadchurch,
Broadchurch is
Uh,
good. Yeah.
Luther, Collateral, The Fall. All of the sad ones. Sadder the better, really.
Yeah, what are we doing anyway? Kamikaze Ice. Judging from the message on the ground here on release week, the Crucible Knight Evergaol appears to be the parry tutorial. Parry works different than in other Souls games. Well, it has more just one parry, each mechanically different. Buckler parry, other parry Ash of Wars. I'm partial to how other parry Ash of Wars works, but I hate wearing shields, so I never parry because parry dagger is does not have buckler parry timing windows.
I have no idea what that's talking about.
There's a straight isn't
There's
there?
no way that character's a tutorial part.
The Crucible Knight is the parry tutorial boss. Yeah, that's why I said you had a much better time against him at your high level with your long weapon.
That's just not possible.
But
He's in the end game of the. I don't know. I guess you might be right.
yeah, he's in
Now
the
that I
first
think about it,
part.
he's in the first area that is
Yeah.
revealed.
You sicko.
You thought he was the end boss,
He always thinks he's in the end, but he's
and it's a tutorial.
The end is
Kamikaze
never
Ice-
the end. Is never the end.
It's never
Morgan,
end.
the butthole of the lake. It's like the lady of the lake. That's true. James's brain. If there's a giant plant, it must be a good idea to kill it. Rude. Kamikaze
It
Ice,
might be a merchant.
50G25. Morgan questioning James and his ability to understand how fire works. 5620. James earphone cable is getting caught on the controller. All right, so now we're just calling things out. Brad Hunt, so as far as death counter predictions are concerned, are you going for 100% every dungeon, every night encounter, every side location off the beaten path, or are you going to concentrate just on getting the main story done? If the former, 1,000 deaths is nowhere near enough. The game is just way too big.
I've said it over and over. My goal is just to get the main story done. I will scoop up as many additional things on my journey, but I just want to complete the main story before 1,000 deaths.
Sad. 5740. Morgan, good maneuvering. Don't look back. James, in his disdain for all Morgan advice, turns around, and if you've watched a few videos on this channel, you can guess the result. Keep up the good work. We should watch this one. It's very disheartening.
I don't know what you mean. Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Well done. Ooh, I like it. Good maneuvering. Don't look back. Just keep moving.
I was already looking back. You can't
But
say
then
that
you
I did
stopped and turned around and
God.
stood there. You really can't have nice things, huh?
I just.
Why did you stop and turn around?
Because I
That's the
told him
kind of
not
thing
to.
I would do.
Literally, because
No,
I told him
no,
not to.
no. We just watched the clip. I stopped. I turned around.
No, you hadn't
About a
stopped.
second
You
or
turned the
two.
camera around. I said, "Don't look back," and then you then why play it again?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
Play
yeah.
again. Play it again.
here's-
I had
no,
turned
no,
around.
no. Look, impartial advisor. Here's what happened. Okay, so you come running
Now
down,
your
down
camera's
this
back, but
corridor.
you're still
Okay,
right. Ooh, I like it. Good maneuver.
now you spin your camera around.
Don't look back. Just keep moving.
Morgan tells you at this point.
So
don't look
I
back,
had
you should just
stopped
keep going.
before he finished saying, "Just keep moving." I had already looked back,
But then,
and I
then
had
you
stopped.
didn't.
So, no,
start
here's-
keep
here's-
moving again.
Here's the rub. At this point, we are seeing right now. Morgan has told you, don't look back, keep on moving. Let's count how many seconds before you actually decide to move.
Moving.
1, 2, no, 3,
The attack.
4,
You, he never does. You really
6,
can't have nice things,
7,
huh?
8, 9. You're dead. You had a full 10 seconds to do something about it. and
The
you didn't.
time for Morgan to tell me not to turn around and not to stop is before I turn around and stop.
What about
No, because you
hundreds of
just-
what about the hundreds of times I've said it in other areas?
Those don't count.
But why couldn't you have turned around again and just kept going? I don't
Because I had already given them the chance to make up some of the leg room that I had gained before.
You'd committed yourself to your death there, yeah.
Danny, it's a fruitless effort. I can't record Elden Ring today. I'm sorry. Let's keep moving.
Breton,
I'm
everyone
already
moaning about
already on tilt, and we
out.
haven't done anything.
He's out. Breton, everyone going on about do this before you're OP. Can I just ask what's wrong with being OP? I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with being OP. I think
Yeah, of course.
tanky is good. Steve T, I play games like this for the challenge. If I want to destroy everything with relative ease, I'll play something else. Fair enough. Dark Page for James, nothing at all. It's preferred.
Yeah, and he is overpowered, overleveled for where he's at right now.
I mean, there's so many. I'm only overpowered for where I am right now because I was at other places underpowered. We want me to come back before I'm too overpowered. I mean,
crying?
I've been. No,
You,
I'm not
I can't
I'm not
see your
crying.
face. Are you crying right now? I'm gonna pull you.
I'm
look
not
at
crying.
you. It sounds like you're
Listen,
crying.
I'm not crying. Okay.
Okay,
I'm just
alright.
saying that there's.
It's
some
okay
other
to
spots
cry
that
if
I'm-
you're sad, but just let it out.
I'm not crying. It's just that there's other parts that I've been to that I'm underpowered and I've been dealing with it, and now I'm back here. Might be a little overpowered. I didn't know it was a tutorial. Okay.
What about when I told you it was a tutorial? Brad Hahn, you two youngsters going on about your sore backs. I've turned into one of these old men who can predict the weather based on how much my knee aches. Ugh. Getting old is bad. I do have my new chair though, and it's glorious. I don't like. I used to like stiffly get out of my chair and it would like take me like a couple of seconds before I could stand all the way up. So I'm doing a lot better now.
Kamikaze Ice. It's quite simple, my dear Heaney. You can stand in liquid and only have to change your shoes, or you can roll around in it and then need a freaking shower. I'm talking soap and water. Soap and water. Just don't take the risk. Don't roll in strange liquids. That's advice for life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah,
roll in strange
but-
liquids.
I did not know that the game took that into account. That's never been the case in the other Souls games, so it was kind of surprising to me that I couldn't roll through the liquid.
Even after I told you.
Well, that you telling me was the most surprising part of all because that was the moment I had first heard about it. Yeah, even after. I was stun-locked by this news, is what it was.
And you couldn't stop doing it. Kamikaze Ice, how are you watching this if you're not subscribed? Does this man not know how YouTube works? Lick and subscribe.
How does YouTube work? I mean, how are they finding it if they're not subscribed? All right,
not.
Isaac
That's
says,
the problem.
I honestly forgot I mentioned the baby to you guys. My bad. So he was born June 2nd. That's my mom's birthday at
Really?
11:55 p.m. Yep,
What's her
by
maiden name?
C-section. uh, my wife Katie couldn't dilate beyond a 4, so they had to cut him out. Everything went great, and he was 8 pounds 7 ounces at 38 weeks. They said if he had lasted full term, he would have been over 10 pounds.
I was a 10-pound baby.
Wow. It's been a really difficult pregnancy. She wound up having an extremely rare condition where we initially had twins. However, they shared the same umbilical cord, and his twin never fully developed. So Alistair Jeffrey Sims, our baby who made it, was acting as a heart to the second baby. The second baby had no arms and one peg leg and a rib cage and a spinal cord. They had to fly her out to Houston. We live in Auburn, Alabama, to have a special laser surgery to cauterize the umbilical cord, or Alistair would have never made it. Oh my, I've never heard of such a thing. It's been a tough time. We actually pick up our second baby, who's named Mateo because we believed he should have a name, his ashes in the morning. I'm just happy to have one very healthy baby at the end of it all. Oh my, I did not read this.
Yeah, what a tough time.
Yeah, no kidding. Katie, what a this is GameFront. Katie, what a trooper. That sounds like a difficult time. I'm glad you're on the other side of it now. It must have been a scary time for both of you. Thank you for sharing this with us. I thought I was crazy because you casually mentioned it, then back to the regular comments. I'm really happy for y'all. Morgan, by the way. Isaac says, thanks, buddy. Love you guys, and we appreciate the kind words. Yeah, that's incredible. What I've never heard of such a thing.
Tough. But they got the baby boy. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
Good to go. It's fun. Rhythmic, that guy that made that 996 prediction, I heard he is pretty cool. And that's why, to this day, Dark Page has 996 as his icon picture, avatar picture.
I still need to get the death count contest going. I promise I'll do this eventually.
Ula Styles Botnet. One small thing I want to point out is whenever you slay an enemy and you notice a white light emanate from them, it means you've gotten an item to drop from them. Keep an eye out for that. Also, it might behoove to go back to the Radagon icon talisman since it's a powerful item, but I'm almost reticent to suggest it since I want forward progress and I don't want you to add to your growing task list. Okay.
Did you know that, James?
I still don't know. I read it out loud, but I don't know what it said.
The one small thing to point out is whenever you slay an
Oh,
enemy...
no, I did not know that. I thought
You didn't know
I
that.
was talking about the Radigan icon talisman. I don't know what that is.
You've never seen a shiny before?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't think they're talking about a shiny.
I mean, he's here.
Did I miss one? I would say good point. Maybe I don't know. They all seem pretty good. Well, Radagon's icon is easy to get. Not really with how GF boys navigate, but still. To go to Debate Parlor Grace, exit the courtyard and turn right, jump over the railings in a non-lethal way, and continue until you find a chest.
Okay,
Shall I
put that
write
in your
this down?
notes. Yeah, put it in your notes. Debate Parlor Grace, exit to the courtyard, turn to the right, jump over the railing in a non-lethal way, and continue until you find a chest. Nick Hanley, James, I keep having this vision. It's you with dual Grosmer swords. Sorry, laying waste to all your path. You were doing so well, and you looked good doing it. I see you trying, and that's great, bro. Still, you suck. It hurts to be the Downsy goalie in a hockey game. You do you, James, because nobody else will. Much love, and try the dual swords, man, seriously.
Can we scroll down a little tiny bit so I can get the after exit courtyard?
Yeah,
What
go
is-
to the
where did it
right,
go?
jump over the railing in a non-lethal way, and continue until you find the chest. Exit to courtyard, turn right. That's the only ones. Don't, Danny, we got to keep moving. We can't do this.
Pendant's trying to say in the chat that, do you ever notice anything different when you kill enemies? Is the question.
No, he does not.
No, I do not.
He doesn't. Cuddle, buddy. kind of like jumping over his tail. Come on, James, just agree with the obvious for once, my man. You're constantly contrarian for some reason, just kind of riding the fence. Anywho, nice job at assimilating the advice and executing. I didn't know you guys actually listen to advice on here. I guess I better start giving some before you all get so big you don't notice anymore. Winky face.
Oh.
Bosox 2K1, look up trypophobia. Oh, is that what we were talking about?
I think
We were
it's
talking
like
about what are the phobias?
it's like, yeah, it's something was triggering me.
Is
on
it
this
the
other
little
week.
the little
It's
circles?
little holes and things, and like honeycombs and things like that. Just like
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bother me, but whenever you look it up, and I suggest everyone should look it up, they Photoshop it onto people's hands and stuff, and that's
Yeah,
when it
those
looks
are
nasty.
bothersome.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally, like most places I see holes doesn't bother me. But the pictures that come up when you search it are bothersome. And I have, on very rare occasions, found some things that because I've seen those pictures on the internet, like I've seen these rocks where I was hiking that had like all these thousands of holes in them, and it kind of grossed me out. I wouldn't say scared me. But the maiden's eyes in this game kind of reminds me of a hole that I don't want to see.
Your maiden?
Yeah, I don't know if it's really my maiden.
Yeah, that's
don't know.
your maiden.
I don't think it's. She's not as pretty as I'd like my maiden to be.
Wow. It's all about looks with you. Very surface.
1702.
Bosox.
I just don't want to grow with trypophobia eyes. Trypophobia eyes.
Morgan's face when James sits down after progressing 20 feet. Let's have a look.
No. Maybe
what
I should
happened
sit
there?
out on these fan mails. There was another one in the pulley.
There was another poll in the poll.
There's another. Having trouble gathering myself.
Grave wart.
Room. Yeah, as I said. Play sword.
So
Why are you
I'm
not spamming
confused,
it? Why are
dude.
you slowly?
is that? Have we seen the thing we're supposed to see? I'm like,
Yeah,
It was
just,
your facial. His facial.
just
expression.
being very disappointed.
I had lost all of my health fighting those guys, so I just wanted to give a restart since it was 20 feet away from the thing.
I did
Wonder
that
what
a lot in Dark
James
Souls,
will
to
think.
be fair.
What was that?
Oh, I did that a lot in Dark Souls, to be fair. I would get up, I would instantly make bad choices, and I would have to go sit down again straight away. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's how I've always played it, and I think I still will always do that. If I am a stone's throw from the bonfire, I'm gonna sit down and gather myself. Cuddle Buddy says, "Wonder what James will think of jellies once he follows a certain storyline or finds out the lore later on." I don't
Cuddle
know.
Buddy, you don't have to worry about that because James is not going to do either of those things.
Come on. Bosox. Hint with Evergales, and you did this in the last attempt, but if you rush them and cause them to spawn, you might have enough time to get a charged attack or AOW off. What is AOW?
Art of War.
Art of War. Mm-hmm. There we go. Cuddle Buddy runs through dungeon evading trash mobs, bats, inexplicably turns around. Okay, we saw this. It's like as soon as James hears advice, it wasn't as soon, it was before. In this case, Morgan prays for dodging. Immediately turns around the opposite way to prove something. Like
I mean,
he
you're not
knows
even
we don't
accepting
know.
it right now when we all watch the video
We
together.
just watched the video. I turned around and stopped, and you said, "Don't turn around and stop." It was almost as if you saw what I did and decided whatever I was doing, you'd say out loud not to do it. So I looked like a bad guy, but I'm a hero.
No. So like, there's no way
God,
for
dude.
Morgan.
Don't, Danny,
there's-
don't do
no,
it.
No,
Don't do
no,
it.
he needs to learn. There's no
He's
way
not
for
going to
Morgan.
learn. That's the problem.
I
No,
don't
that is the
do
thing.
intelligence, okay?
James, please, let's just try this just once, please. Trust me, okay? There's
You
no
won't do
way.
it.
There's no way for Morgan to be able to predict that you were going to do something that dumb. Okay, now, all he can do in that situation is tell you you've just made a bad choice by turning around. Maybe you
No,
should
but I
about
did.
face
I was
again
predicting
and
it
keep
as he
running.
was doing it. That's the
I know,
thing.
I know,
I
but
was
I mean-
predicting it.
You could, yeah, I know what you're saying, but there's only so, you know what I mean? There's only so much practical warning he can give you. And
well, here's
I'm
the other
sure
thing.
if you turned around
Here's the
again
other
and ran
thing.
again,
A lot of basketball coaches will not say things like "Don't miss this shot." Instead, they'll say, "Get this shot in." Now, when Morgan says "Don't turn around," the first thing that's going to come to my head, "Don't stop." The first thing that's going to come to my head, my instincts
But
are going to be to
then
turn around and stop.
when I started giving you opposite advice with that specific scenario in mind, you got mad at me for giving you opposite advice.
Well, because it's paper thin is your opposite advice.
How do I communicate with you, James? That's what I'm asking.
You need to be one step ahead of me.
Which I was. Then what?
And just, I think that together we'll find it.
Okay, so there's no way to communicate with you. And we'll just keep
Cuddle
moving
Buddy
on.
says, here's a non-pro tip, but a common sense tip. When Morgan asked if you were sure that the fire wasn't doing any good, it was rhetorical. Sure, your heavy attack was doing more damage, but that requires you to be up close to the plant while standing in poison with a small window to escape poison blasts. That fire breath, or almost any fire spell for that matter, is ranged and negates almost all of the negative effects I said before. It prevents those, issues you've been having to deal with. Poison. It's logical, it's obvious. I suggest you start opening up to new ideas rather than being so narrow-minded every time you hear a suggestion. Because I've watched all these videos and James has been correct less than 1/4 of the time. That can't be the correct math.
Yeah, that's the right math.
But
Get him, Cuddle Buddy.
honestly,
I'm like 90% sure Cuddle Buddy is me.
I don't know. And then here comes another one. Jesus, watching James waste time fighting in the poison water was cringe. He has all kinds of fire options and a cliff to stand above them all.
he won from
I thought it
popular
was just
television
like a
sci-fi
hyper-
show
Holy
Babylon
smokes.
Trek.
Obi-Wan should have taught you some kind of lesson here, James. Such wasted time. Tisk tisk, this is going to be the longest playthrough of Elden Ring I've ever seen. It's as sure a thing as James dying over 1,000 times. Well, look.
Ugh.
Damn it.
Frustrating. See the ghost. James, when you get to a new boss, you may as well spend the first encounter trying to learn its moveset since you usually flail about and die anyways. Also love the inadvertent dodging against Crucible Knight. Pretty sure you beat him in less tries than Morgan did too, if you need to gloat a bit.
Thank you.
48-45, that pitiful jump made me snort laugh. Let's go see it. I need to watch James die to recharge my battery.
I doubt I died.
Sorry, what? You doubt you died?
Dumb
Didn't have it,
James.
folks.
Oh.
You live here now.
I don't think I do die. I think I've gotten so good at this game, even a pitiful jump like that doesn't mean certain death.
It's still funny. Kamikaze, so I just woke up from sleeping, and what is stuck in my head? Ozzy's Mr. Crowley, but Mr. Crowley is replaced with Mr. Heaney, and it works. Kamikaze, James Heaney is greater than Superman. Why? Because James has many kryptonites. Danger Dad, I'm not trying to force my way in here, but if you guys would like to make a new wrestler for GPW, you have my permission to use a randomizer. I only ask that perhaps I could have a bitchin' mustache that commands the respect I deserve. And say, sure, I'm sure we can add a mustache to your character using the mirror at the round table. That must have been Danny. Danger Dad, the mirror at the round table hold, I hear, is the perfect place for a quick and easy upper lip hair growth.
That's great. Good. I think that must have been Danny. Good one, Danny.
I don't know if you guys go to the Discord, the GameFront Discord, and go to the GPW
Oh, we forgot to make that announcement, didn't we?
fan page. Yeah, I was going to talk about it when we get to the thing. I've made a character creator sheet, so you can go and fill out a Google form there. And if you want it to be randomized, you can do that. But we can get your name and your socials, and if you want it to look like somebody, you can upload a reference photo. I've already got one from Steve the Ghost and Spartan. So
Did you say socials? Security, like social security number?
No. Oh, sorry, James. You've been asleep. So there's these things called social media, and so like Twitter, it's Facebook. You may have not know any of them or what that is, but it's places.
But you
for people to
required me
connect.
to give you my social security number, address, ID to get mine done.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Danger Dad. Are you sick of being treated
I
like
think
a
this needs to
baby
be
bottom?
read like a wrestler.
Oh, go for it.
I have a question for you on this subject. Somebody posted in the Discord server in general chat a Break Media business card of yours from back in the day, and it had your home address on it. So I had to delete it
No.
because it was still your home address.
Really?
Now
I tried to
So-
talk
yeah.
to James about this, and he was
So-
like, "No, it doesn't have my address on it. I would never do that."
So why did you put your home
That
address
would
on
have
your
been a
Break
break.
Media
I
business
didn't
card?
make those ones. If it was from Break Media, that was them. I don't know
Okay,
why they
fair
would put my. I don't know why they'd put my home address on that. That's crazy.
I deleted it
crazy.
anyway. But
Thank
somebody's
you.
got your address on a business card. I don't know who they
Why
were.
would they?
Didn't even recognize the username. It was just some random guy who dropped in to
A
share
Break
your
Media
address.
business card?
It
I
was
tried to
Break
talk to
Media-
James about
yeah.
this, and he denied it.
Well, I've made my own business cards, and I would never put my home address on that.
It was a business card with a Break Media logo, a GameFront logo, and your address.
Yeah, I did not make that card. Maybe forward that to me so I can just see what it looks like, because I don't even remember them ever giving me business cards at Break.
Oh, I deleted it because I didn't want people to see your address. Unfortunately.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
who was it? Do you
believe me.
remember?
I'll find out. We'll take it offline. But yeah, I can
Yeah,
find the
fair
username
enough.
later. I didn't recognize.
Are
it,
you sick of being treated like a baby bottom crying child? Are you tired of eating and using minimal napkins for your face? Do you think your smile is too noticeable? All your problems can be solved at the round table hold mirror. Come on down and get yourself a mustache, and all your problems will be solved.
I think
Yeah,
Danger
that
Dad
was
is
a
pushing
great
for a round table hold commercial on the next episode of GPW.
Yeah,
We should use that copyright there. We'll just make it easy.
yeah.
Backseat Gaming Studios locking it in 1,250 deaths. I'm sorry, but early next year, maybe love the gameplay though.
1,250 is pretty good actually. I mean,
1,250 is bad.
no, I'm saying,
I mean-
would he do it in 1,250? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. If we're saying he
I
can't
don't
do
know.
a
I would
1,000.
go higher. I would say 1,500.
Oh, really?
I'm a lock on
I
like
am
1,500.
crushing it. Okay.
You're having one good string of games, and you haven't come up to any of the challenging parts yet.
Well, I'm sorry if the game hasn't been very challenging for me.
You just,
You
Dark
can't
Page,
hear.
the
You
gentle.
can't hear.
Dark Page says the gentle lentil is gone, but what about the adventure bits?
He's talking about the GP dub. He's gone. I
He's
I
dead.
don't know what to tell you guys. Did you see what happened to him? There's no way that we could keep any sense of reality if he survived that. Dark Page
You're a
3133.
monster.
That was quite satisfying. SETI. Oh, what was it? 3133.
Oh, question. Let's have a look, shall we? 31, 33 ish.
Oh. You're considered. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, he's a little tougher than I expected. Oh my god. Well, I'm not overpowered.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not overpowered. I got one combo dead. Combo dead.
Okay. SETI, good progress, getting James. Love to see it. Dark Page James, I killed the Crucible Knight very handily. Our young hero, I'm sticking to my death prediction as NA give up on. Whoa.
You're saying that you won't finish the game. That's
wild.
That is.
Is Melania Mania? Is that a must beat boss in order to complete the game?
Are you saying that you would skip it?
I'm saying I don't give up. So if it's not like a mandatory boss, maybe I would skip it. I sure as shit won't give up.
There is a boss that is not mandatory that you have to fight and kill.
Okay.
I'm saying that like to be a complete playthrough, even though it won't stop your progress of getting to the end, you have to fight them.
Does it affect the ending?
It could.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
All right, you have to commit to it right now, or I will literally quit.
All right, I commit to it.
Okay. Pill.
But don't wait for 1 second, Morgan. You can't just start pulling that card out often. That is a very rarely used, or I quit. Like babies do that. Okay, I'll give you one in a blue moon. So there's that one.
If you do
Well,
that
it
again,
just
you
wouldn't
will-
be a
it'll
complete
just-
playthrough.
it'll just
If
let
the
you
people in
quit.
the chat know what I'm talking about, it would make it useless. Yeah, it's
Okay.
mandatory for a GameFront player. You have to do it.
Fair.
Why didn't you just?
Fair.
tell
You know,
me
you
it
don't usually do that to me, so I'll give you that.
I mean, I just didn't want to listen to you try to weasel out of it, so that's why I had to pull the nuclear
Why-
option.
Why didn't you just tell him it was a mandatory boss? Because he's not going to know.
because he's an honest friend, Danny. What kind of monster are you? You
Yeah,
do like the 10,000 steers that died of heat stroke, don't you?
but he doesn't know which boss to kill, so I can be like, "This is the one." And I can be like, "Oh, just kidding, it was that one." Just kidding, it was this one over here. Pelagius, victory is achieved and progress made. Good job. One kind of place where cheesing is not just making things a lot easier, but also is welcome. James choose to get down and dirty, up close and personal, mano a planto, and wasted a few deaths on doing that. Wow. Now for somewhat useful things. Morgan knows where to find Dragon Communion Seal for faith spells. It weighs 0 and scales well with Arcane and Faith, not to mention it boosts Dragon spells that you seem to like, James. This is a good time to focus on Mind or Vigor since all other stats are decently high.
Okay, finally.
Yeah.
I
Mike
think
knows
I
what
got
I'm
to put
talking
some
about.
into Mind. I like Vigor. I think I'm going to go 50-50 Mind Vigor. Just because I'm so sick of having no FP.
Oh yeah, how are you guys going to do the DLC that is going to be out before this playthrough is finished? How are we gonna handle that?
Wait, what?
Inevitably, there'll be DLC that comes out, and it'll come out before you finish the game.
Not if we hustle, Morgan. We can hustle.
How long has it been? When did we start this playthrough?
It's roughly 38 hours.
No, I mean when? Like February? When did it come out?
No, it came out in April.
It's been 2 months, and you're 8% done.
Yeah, but we could pick it up. I feel like in the next few weeks, not this week. Next week. So next week I think is 4th of July, or we have one more. And next week we
James.
record. What?
You're just busy all the time. It doesn't
No,
matter.
but I'm gonna have nothing but time in July. Aaron's not gonna be here. I can do a whole bunch of extra recordings. Maybe I'll bring in those guests that I was saying I was gonna bring in.
People are asking about that.
Yeah.
Here's when I'm available all day Monday.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna ask for you to be there. But I think I can bring in some other people when I have other times of day available.
Are you gonna do that?
Absolutely, but it's
Okay.
gonna have to wait until after July 8th.
Okay. Isaac Sims, my official guess for all bosses is 1300. If you head straight to the end, avoiding Melania, I got you at 950. Cheers! Wow. Yeah, you got
And
to
you
beat
can't
that DLC.
beat Melania after you finish the game. So I couldn't clock in and get my cross the finish line and then beat Melania.
Well, it's like, do you want to finish with honor, or you just want to finish it?
I don't know. I want to finish it in less than 1,000 deaths. But I've committed. I'm going to beat Melania.
And the boss that I was talking about.
Oh, I thought that was the boss you were talking about.
No.
Well, this might solve it. When he gets to this Melania, bear in mind I don't know how late in the game it is. Will he already have passed 1,000 deaths? In which case, it's not going to be a problem.
That's possible. Yeah.
There you go.
That's going to be really sad.
Well, I mean, he could glitch and
yeah.
make it through and do a speed run in 12 seconds or whatever.
You don't
you
get
can
sent
go
into
back
New
and
Game
find-
Plus immediately. That's an intriguing.
Yeah, but he
Come
should
on.
beat it in order that he finds it.
All right, well let's see if we can't get into the next video. We might have missed our opportunity to do the
It's only 11:43.
Yeah, I know, but we wanted
Jack
to
is here in the chat.
Oh, is he? Great. So here it is. GPW. Incredible episode, guys. I don't know. I think it might have been better than the first one. I liked the new added things of the different people coming up, talking, like doing the speeches that you get sometimes. And I thought Owen Smo was really well done. I thought the introduction to them was great. I think that their character art was really good. I love the fact that there was no apologies. One has the hammer, and then also Ornstein has the signature hammer. I loved the whole thing. El Mono Mike, brutal content, guys. And then Danger Dad says, the service is friendly. The burgers are deadly. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Pill episode 2 lives up to the hype of the first episode. Great job. Wow, James probably chugged all 20 of his Esses flasks before this match. Somehow Morgan's do not last long in GPW. How about 4-way FFA match? The grinder for next episode. 4 corners, 4 brave souls, but only 1 winner. P.S. Somehow Jacked Door Calhoun's mouth was moving at the same time as Danny spoke. Well, this is suspicious.
Now listen, Jack Door Calhoun's microphone was on mute, but obviously he had something to say about what Danny was saying. But because he was muted, so you could hear Danny, that's why it looked like his mouth was moving, but you couldn't hear him. So they're definitely not the same person.
Is Jack Door? Does he have beef with Danny?
Jack Door Calhoun tries to stay neutral, but obviously the evil owner of GameFront is evil to all of his employees. So that includes Jack Door Calhoun, I assume.
Wow.
So I felt like I felt like James Heaney, I almost beat Ornstein and Smo. I couldn't believe how close I was to getting one of them tagged out. I don't know that many 1v2 games. If I would have been able to pin one of them, would it have been 1-on-1, or was that just the end?
That would have been the end, yeah.
There was a couple times where I was like, maybe I'll pull ahead.
Yeah, you definitely did a lot better against them.
We made them level 99. I am genuinely surprised you got as much off ending as you did, frankly.
Danny, the sausage, please.
Sorry,
close the factory door. Close the factory door.
Sorry, I broke kayfabe there. I'm sorry. I
the door opens and they see all the pigs squealing. No one wants that. They just want to have their breakfast sausage, all right?
Sorry. I won't
let them have their brekkie. Oh, my.
It says the man giving them a create a wrestler spreadsheet, but whatever.
Well, that's different. How else are they going to birth a wrestler?
Sorry, James, go on.
That's it. Well, I didn't know. I thought I had a chance, but hearing that makes me think there was never a chance.
Well, listen, I will give you a teaser for the next episode.
Danny.
Don't give me any teasers. Danny, don't get yourself into a trap.
All I'm going to say is, you tried your best against Ornstein and Smo. And it was an honorable fight. And I think in the next episode, you will definitely come across as very honorable. That's all I will say.
That's true.
Okay. All right.
Amazing Jays, I'm going to give this series a proper watch once events in my life settle down again. And then 4 days ago, edited. Oh, he gets in there. Tonight, I took a vacation from my responsibilities tonight to watch this episode tonight. And this is giving me old school Adult Swim vibes tonight. Nice. I like that.
It is kind of old school Adult. Yeah, I'd watch it on Adult Swim. I mean, I'd watch it. I am watching it off of Adult Swim. So, of course, I would watch it on Adult Swim.
Ice Fight. James Heaney versus Soldier of God, Rick. Arena, Elden Ring of Madison Square Garden in New Khaled. Fighter announcer from Epic Rap Battles of History. Who won? Who's next? You decide. I wonder if we could make that happen.
If you can, well, you'd have to sort of try and arrange the announcer. I don't know how possible that is. The arena, maybe. I'd have to look into it.
Did they open up
the
mod tools for this? Can you make mods?
There are no mod tools, but it's very customizable. I mean, you can just see how custom
but could you make the arena Khaled? Could you replace the background?
Yeah, we could do red light everywhere. You can put a filter over it, and we could. I mean, it's possible. It would just be a lot of work for a little.
There is an outdoor kind of. I'm not sure what Khaled looks like, but there is an outdoor kind of Roman amphitheater-esque looking thing, which might
It's like
work.
rotten and yeah.
We'll look into it, but anyway. Steve the Ghost goes, Lamau at Ornstein and Smow. Literally the same wrestler, but with the fat slider at max. And then someone who's clearly Morgan says that I should, again, stop giving the recipe away. Sorry. As if people couldn't tell what you'd done, but I mean,
Hey.
fair enough.
We got to keep like an air of business around here. Kamikaze Ice 154, poor Dark Page. Lost a K in the name, better than gaining a K, I guess.
God.
Dark
Yeah.
Page, a travesty. This is one of the reasons that I made the sheet, to make sure that we get all that stuff right.
That was my fault. Yeah.
We did miss a K in the name. Pendant, scroll up a bit more. Oh, wait, this is a lot. Kamikaze Ice 030, look at the crowd, they can't stop moving. 350, look at the crowd, they ain't moving. 623, those legends. Who's at 623?
That's Ornstein and Smoke.
It'd be Owen Smoke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 17 minutes, that backbreaker on the edge of the ring by Morgan. Can we see that? Zephyr gets
That is actually a really good one. I thought both of these characters looked pretty cool.
Was that
But I
17
really,
minutes?
I can't help it.
17 even, yeah.
Zephyr looked a little cooler to me because it looked like a robot.
Wow, you really like the evil characters.
I can't help it. I've always liked the evil.
Never
characters.
once went for an early pin.
Big right hands, left hands on Zephyr. Morgan now starting to get some offense in.
Oh!
Massive.
That is brutal.
Brutal stuff.
I think a real person might have been killed in that moment.
I mean, I wondered about that match because I don't know how many people get who those people are, but Morgan has been like a game for a very long time, like 10 plus years, but not so much in the YouTube chat. But her character looks quite a lot like her. Like that's quite accurate. Zephyr is like a bot in the Discord server that Mikey made, and that's
It's the only AI that's ever tricked me into thinking it was a real person. It's been years, but a long time ago I had
The only
conversations.
AI that you've known about.
It's
I
amazing.
guess there could be more.
Listen, whenever you say the word Zephyr in the Discord server, the bot will reply to you with generally just a nonsensical reply. And no joke, James had a full-on 45-minute conversation. with
Gosh
this bot.
dang it.
I don't know how you managed that.
Oh,
To
my
be honest,
I had no idea it was AI. I mean,
I mean-
it was responding a little strange, but I just, I wasn't one to judge.
If you go into the Discord, my favorite thing that Zephyr does is if you go into the Discord and go into AI generated art and you hit exclamation inspire, it will give you a motivational poster with a motivational quote on it, and it's randomized, and they're usually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
pretty brutal most of the time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
Some
so that's
some
kind
are
of-
really
yeah.
inspiring though.
Yeah. So that's kind of why those two characters came about. It was more of a inside thing than it made sense to anyone. But anyway. Kamikaze Ice says there's one problem with the James Heaney wrestler. The wrestler AI is too smart to mimic James's signature button mash panic swing finishing move.
Mm-hmm. Shack eggs. The resemblance is uncanny. 1607. Did Danny just say that Zephyr doesn't have the same weaknesses as a human opponent?
Well, I tried to say weaknesses, but I miss my K's sometimes.
Did you say weaknesses?
I said weaknesses, but it kind of sounds like
Does it
weaknesses.
sound like? That's
What was
funny.
that, 1607, I think?
You know what a weenus is, right?
Yeah. Budget that Zephyr, doesn't necessarily have the same weaknesses that a human opponent would have.
Oh yeah, it's there, but it's just light.
It's a light weenus.
It's a light weenus. 1853
I-
Badger. Where are her bits at? The adventure bits. 2523. What is Jagdor Calhoun doing? Ruffle cakes. He's clearly
God.
feeling cute. Oh yeah, 2523.
This is bad. I didn't notice this until they pointed it out. I hadn't.
You're just looking coy.
What is it, 25-23?
Yeah. Oh, this is a good match.
It's the mouth as well. It's ridiculous. Wait for it. There we go. I don't understand.
Oh, a little wink.
It's bad.
Oh, it's really
Now
good.
this-
Hyperspeed the Falcon.
Jeez.
2323. Why is Jaguar talking while Danny King is speaking? Fire this redacted M word because YouTube hates puppet words that start with the letter M. I don't know what that means. Kamikaze Ice. Everyone loves Patches except for you, Morgan. Just you. Would have been funny if Patches just ran away as soon as the match started. If you know, you know. That would have been funny. Patches is evil. He is bad.
Is Patches evil in Dark Souls? Because I had to get a character brief
Yeah.
from you. But sorry, I
Yeah.
don't want to relieve other sausage.
It is. And not only is he bad, but that was probably at least of fake characters, the most accurate. That looks just like Patches and behaves like with the smiling and the jumping around. Like, way to nail the character.
Yeah, Danny spent a really long time downloading that.
Oh, you downloaded that?
We definitely no. What are you talking? Listen, don't reveal how the sausage is made.
Oh, it's about you all of a sudden. No, there's a huge creator wrestler database where people upload all kinds of people. So to create a wrestler from scratch can take hours.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so some of them we do download, and then some of them are just randomized, like Rhythmic and Dark Page.
Having said that, whenever we've downloaded them, and I think we will have to download. So some of them will be custom, and some of them will be downloaded because it's just gonna. We don't have the time to make all custom. But when we do download
and all that stuff, yeah.
Exactly. But when we do download them, we do tweak them and make them a little bit custom. So we do a little bit of work. So that wasn't quite how he came downloaded. We did tweak.
Yeah, Danny's still doing the entrances. He's still adding the music. There's a lot of work goes into literally every wrestler. So this episode is the one that we did twice, right?
We did it 3 times.
We did it 3 times. So yeah, we spent about 12 or 15 hours on this episode, including commercials and everything.
Don't feel sorry
both
for
of
us.
us.
It was just me messing up. Is why we did it 3 times.
And then James, this is the same week that James also didn't record the thing. So I had a good week. A lot of good stuff happening.
Dark Page. Oh, hey, that's me. And then Rhythmic. Me too. I quite enjoyed the old tag team of Dark Page and Rhythmic.
I like their lore.
About, but yeah, we have
Dark Page
to tune in to find out what happens with Dark Page and Rhythmic, I guess.
Yeah,
point.
tag champs. If you want to tweak those guys, fill out the form that's on the GameFront fan page on Discord, and I'll try to update the characters. If you like them the way they are, we will keep them the way they are.
Yeah, it's fair to say, like, if we've already made you and you want it to be completely different, we'll just change it and we won't even address it. We'll just pretend you always look that way. That's just how we're going to handle that situation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Isaac Sims, why is this the best thing literally ever? That I don't know. It's just good.
Because it is the best thing literally ever. That's the answer. Dark Page says, God, that ONS intro was hype. That music is good music. It's true.
It is.
I mean, and then, on Steam with his signature hammer and Smo also with a hammer. Or is it the other way around?
I thought that was so funny. Yeah. That was really funny. 940, James got robbed. Yeah, we don't need to necessarily look at it, but what it was is I only got 2 taps, but if that ref would have just started counting earlier, I would have totally won. But that's the real thing that happens in wrestling a lot of times.
Yeah.
That referee took ages to get down for that pin. It's true. I mean,
yeah. He couldn't even
that's
get
what
it
happens
crossed.
when you're watching regular wrestling. It's sometimes they won't even be counting for like a minute. Like the rest of the ref will be like knocked out or something. But this was unexcusable.
What in the hell? Zephyr is crazy as hell. Zephyr is gnarly. I mean, an android / cyborg is unbeatable, right? How are we gonna? I don't know.
So you're back in character now. You've thrown me under the bus. Fair enough.
We have there's a lot of really good wrestlers on the roster. We need to expand the women's division quite a bit to bring a challenger up. I wouldn't mind seeing Morgan again against Zephyr because I feel like she was cheated a little bit having to fight a cyborg. But Mad Mikey B's robotics and consulting created a superior product this time, so we'll see what happens. Is that in character?
A little.
And Dark Page says, "Ha ha ha! Is that Linkin Park?" No, it was not. We definitely not using licensed music.
Yeah,
Dark
I'm really happy for Dark Page and Rhythmic to get the belt, especially like he says here against the darlings of Gamefront, Mitch and Patches. I think that's a good victory. Happy with that outcome.
Dark Page is calling out Pilly.
I mean, Pill, if he could pick a tag team partner, we could get him in, and he can go for the belt. I'd like to see that. Paige, are you right now putting the belt up? You versus Pill and whoever he can go against, or do you want to hang onto it for another week?
Well, he might be able to hang on to it indefinitely. You don't know.
Yeah, but that's the challenge. Like he puts it up, he doesn't know if he's going to keep it or not. We'll see if it's a real challenge here.
JTW, I was there. A truly great night, but James got screwed. I agree.
It's true.
Yeah. There's something about being in the crowd that really brings it home. Watching it on YouTube is great, but if you can make it to the arena in some of the cities that we've stopped in, Albuquerque, New York, Buffalo, San Diego.
Chris Morrow says, "Blimey, this is compelling." It sure is.
Really
I think we just want to say, by the way, we need to give so much credit to, and I think we may have said this at another time, but we need to give so much credit to the ring crew, the guys who do all the lighting rigs, the stage hands, like all those guys, because not only can they set all that stuff up in record time, but they can move the entire set from city to city in the space of a 10-second commercial break. Now, it's impressive for them to be able to go from Arkansas to Mississippi in 10 to 15 seconds and just have it all set up and get all the crowd in and the ushers.
Yeah.
It's just we need to get. We are merely the front men. Yeah.
Dark Page wants it. It's an official challenge. Dark Page is putting up the tag belt without even consulting Rhythmic. Very interesting challenge throwdown here. He wants
Badger,
Pill.
I mean, it just adds fuel to the fire that Dark Page and Rhythmic are indeed the same people.
I'm gonna have to consult Pill and see who he wants as his second for the challenge throwdown.
Does Pill have an alt?
No, Pill doesn't have an alt. We can't have two alt tag team.
Why
alt
not?
tag teams can't be
It sounds like the basis of a feud to me.
They gotta see who's
Who unmasks who? Yeah, they both try to prove each other as liars. I don't know.
We'll see. I'll hit Phil up tomorrow morning. I'll see who's gonna be challenging against. Great. That's fun. I like that. Amazing. Jays 2326 Evil owner Danny is on stage speaking, but Calhoun's lips keep moving in perfect synchronicity. Some kind of charade.
I don't need to see that. I can imagine it, and I don't believe it anyways.
Isaac Sam Patches is so freaking accurate. Nick Hanley. This is the saga of Nick Hanley.
This is amazing.
Yeah. You stuck me in with a title like that for shame. So you fell for the clickbait. Perfect. I don't comment on Resident Evil or puppy pictures or whatever the F this is. How drunk am I right now? You won't even make it through a full edition of Knuckleheads, and you want me to watch this? I love you guys, but seriously, you need some help, okay? Now I want to see me as a cartoon with you two. Damn you both. GameFront, I love you, boo. Nick Hanley, ha ha ha, I'm laughing too hard to link. Did I just see James punch Morgan in the D? Ha ha ha, you damn perverts. Okay, good laugh, guys. 11 out of 10. Like, way better than James poking his pointy stick in Elden Ring. Much love, you damn freaks. Yes, that means you too, Danny. What, you think you get a pass here? So he's hit his, loving high in his drunkenness. Okay, wait. Damn you, Danny. The burger bit caught me totally off guard. Nice. This is good shtick. Keep it up, bro. Beautiful. So he's all in. We've turned Nick Hanley from
This is what I mean. He
heel
starts off being. He
into a
starts off
face.
coming. He comes into this video wanting to hate it. He comes in wanting to hate it, and then by the end, he's like, he knows it's good stuff. Like you just can't. I mean, okay, now he starts wanting to basically cut the whole
get back
episode,
to reality.
But I think we did a pretty good job of turning Nick Hanley around on this one.
Yeah, he couldn't even keep trolling. He was like, "Oh no, this is good." Nick Hanley, great job. Just like 10 minutes shorter. Okay, this is pretty good. Like maybe 10 or 15, maybe 20 minutes less. Come on, James. Always leave them wanting more, right? Nobody ever said let them rot with the foul stench in their mouths for like 30 minutes. It's like a dentist drill. So
I mean,
God.
I don't know
gets
why
back
he's
to
blaming. Why is he blaming James for any of it? Like,
I'll take
we're the
it.
ones producing
take it. I'll take the blame if I can get the credit too
Fair enough.
for all your guys' hard work.
Ula Styles, those entrances are so epic. Can't get enough of James fighting to the beat of arrow to the knee. The wrestlers are all so well done and in character too. It's just such a treat. Thank you, Ula Styles. Botnet, TJ Slusher. These are some great storylines. You all setting up, excited to see where they go. As am I.
Aren't you the one writing
Backseat
it?
Gaming, Owen Smo, I never really liked wrestling, but I love this. Or this I love.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really wrestling, is it? It's more like celebrity deathmatch, I think. But
It really is.
yeah.
But Shakegs, poor James can't get a break. He should call up Soler. I was actually thinking that same thing and get some revenge on Ornstein and Smo. That is kind of what I thought at the end. I said, I think it would be more fair if I had Soler on my side. And then Dark Page ends the comments with maybe Mig Borgs can take on Zephyr.
Ooh, that would
Mig
be fun
Borgs.
if I got
Mig Borgs. They salvaged the brain and put it into the Mig Borgs.
Mikey makes a cyborg version of me.
Well, they could only salvage the brain like RoboCop. Put him in.
Only his knees. Everything else is a it's a
And
cyborg.
brain.
Nope, just the knees.
What,
Did you
mean,
see
like,
his brain
he's
hit
into-
the concrete?
His brain
The brain is gone.
His
It
brain-
got mushed. Did you
his brain
see?
is-
I fall 25 feet onto concrete, flat on my back and my head.
Let's
Well, that's the
let's put it
beautiful
this way.
thing about a brain.
Yeah, if he survived, he had severe brain damage. I mean,
There's no
The,
way.
the-
He
the
didn't
thing with a
survive.
brain is you can cut a brain. They've done this study with rats. You can cut a brain in many different ways, but as long as there's a tiny bit left, it has all of the memories of the other parts. It's like a hologram.
Oh, that's not how a brain works at all.
Yeah, it is. There are different parts to control
No,
functions.
no, it's not.
The outside gray matter, the gooey part on the outside, all of it is where your memories are stored. Now, each part will have different pieces of it will be where your heartbeat and your reptilian brain and different pieces, but the memories, and they've done this study with rats by dissecting it and putting them through those mazes. As long as they have a portion of that left, they're still able to remember where to go through the maze.
okay. Are you a rat? he's walking.
No,
around.
but believe it or not, there's a lot of similarities between Morgan and a rat. A dirty, dirty rat.
Furious typing.
I mean, you're never going to prove me wrong because it's science,
Oh my
baby.
Mikey, you've just turned back up for the end of GPW. Come on, man.
All right,
Elden Ring,
so, and
episode
this is-
39. We need to get a move on if we're getting some Ninja Turtles done. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we're never going to get Ninja Turtles at this rate. Elmano Mike, hi guys, what can I say? But James got good. It's great to see progress and seeing that having a sense of what way you're going. 3640, if you make a right and hug the building and climb, you'll find very good goodies. A very well balanced video. Humor, James storytelling, suspense, and pro gaming. I guess, should we look at what that part is? 3640. I don't know if even if we see it, if we're going to really know where to go to get there, but we'll see. 3640, if you may.
Close enough.
Be able to do this in record time. Go to the adorable door.
I think it's going to take you longer than it takes some people to beat the entire game.
There's, well, I wouldn't
Teenage
doubt it. We've already passed that. What, there were 25
Teenage
seconds,
Mutant
right?
Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
But
How?
We don't need to see
He's
any
cheating?
more of this, Danny.
Sorry, I was distracted by a voice from the beyond there.
I heard it too. Let me see what the note was again.
It was red rum backwards.
Right? And hug the wall and climb. I don't really know how to look for that, honestly. Because we started at 3641, but I imagine 3640 wouldn't have been able to really help anymore. But it looked like it was before we even. I don't think it's important because I don't think it was further ahead. I think that it would be just past this doorway. Morgan, are you looking at the screen? Or are you searching rat brains?
I'm reading about rat brains.
What
are you asking for?
Well, they're saying if I hug to the right and climb something, that I'll find some very good goodies.
You wrote this down in your book.
Oh, I did? What was it?
I think I'm going to be able to do.
You wrote it down less than half an hour
this
ago.
in record time.
Oh, that's the debate parlor?
Into the courtyard. Turn, hook a right, jump over the
think
right.
I'm going to be able to do
okay.
this in
That's good to know.
record
I didn't know that was the same thing. I didn't know this was the courtyard.
Are we talking about this over here? I don't know if you can see my mouse, but
no, he's been up there.
okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dark Page. I wouldn't think anyone in GameFront has more than 5-inch vertical. That might be generous.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 5 inch. How high can you jump, Danny?
You're funny.
Yeah, I'm like I can't jump very high at all.
But you have a pretty good head start to most people, don't you? Without even jumping.
I don't need to jump. That's the problem. But the downside is like because I'm like 6'5".
He constantly hits his head whenever he jumps.
Well, yeah, I have to be in a tall room or outside for one. But I mean, I'm not that big anymore. Like I've lost.
Danny, don't jump. You're inside.
My sheer, the sheer mass of me above the knees will just kill. I'll just destroy my knees if I try to jump in any serious way. Yeah, it's not good. It's not.
I bet if you jumped, you'd look like that person at the end of the movie Old.
I know,
don't
exactly.
spoil it. Please don't spoil it. I haven't seen it, and I almost watched it last night.
Oh, here's a thing. They get old. Fucking stupid ass movie.
Come on, man.
Old?
I really
Old is
want to
bad.
see it. Come
Old
on,
is-
guys.
I know
so
to think
bad.
that like you're worried about it getting like spoiled. Come on, man.
Well, if you haven't seen
Too
it,
little,
then you
too
haven't
late.
been able to judge that it's not good.
Mhm. Okay, this isn't fucking Sixth Sense over here.
What's up,
It
Lurkon Girl?
isn't.
Same guy though.
Anything about removing part of the brain and retaining memory? The only brain removal surgery I can find is when they cut somebody's brain in half to stop them from having seizures, and it's only done in small children.
So that's
are you-
that's because the corpus callosum, when they do that, it stops the electrical interference with the two different sides. The book is called The Holographic Universe, and it talks about, and you can read the whole book, but I'd say it's probably in the first 20 pages that they talk about that. And they talk about the way that the universe and holograms and the human brain are all very similar in the fact that you can cut a true hologram, you can cut in half, and both sides of the hologram will be complete on both sides. Just like all of your memories are on both halves of your brain if you cut it in half. You can cut the brain down to many different sizes, but the memory will always be there as long as you have enough of the brain to
I
do
don't
the
know,
other
man.
functions.
What's the name of the
I
book?
think I have my.
It's
my
called
brain
The
rated different.
Holographic Universe. But let's keep going because you could
wrong button.
definitely do a lot of studying in quantum
Forrest
physics maybe when we're not doing fan mail, but it is quantum physics, and the more you know about quantum physics, the more you're gonna think to yourself you don't know very much about it.
We got some Ninja Turtles to play. The CW channel does not like
Exactly.
DC shows, i.e. Arrow, Super Flash, Supergirl, Flash, Black Lightning, some other garbage shows like Birds of Prey. Bone Socks 2K1, I'm dying, just follow your lost souls to find where the shortcut was. Haha, 1515. Do we need to watch that?
No, those
enough.
souls are long gone if they were there.
Bone Socks 2K1, 2848. My new ringtone. Thanks, Morgan. Did you do a bit of a song?
That might be worth listening to.
2848.
Nice. I think
There it is.
Academy Glenstone Key. I don't know what you were talking about at the top of the lake. All right, there
Beautiful.
Huh.
Bowsocks, do you
Who's
get one?
who's that ringtone for though?
for the people.
Oh,
Having fun with James
Frozen
Face
face at 5111. I didn't know my face froze. This is going to be news to me.
So your camera froze.
Apparently.
Yeah, I crafted some arrows. I think one time when you were when I was waiting for you to get ready. And I think I crafted some flame arrows or
It's
something.
the way it changes. Just look at the way it
Any
changes.
crafting.
it's like a pufferfish or
Not
something.
really. I
or a
crafted
bee
some
stung him.
arrows. I think one time when you were when I was waiting for you to get ready.
That's a good one.
Oh my
So
god.
that could be a ringtone.
Let me read the end of the description of this book that James is trying to get us to read.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to think it's not going to be in Google Scholar, is it? I'm thinking it's going to be on the fictional section of the library, but fair enough, go on.
Their theory explains not only many of the unsolved puzzles of physics, but also such mysterious occurrences as telepathy, out-of-body and near-death experiences, lucid dreams, and even religious and mystical experiences such as feelings of cosmic unity and miraculous healings.
Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, Albert Einstein, you might have heard of him. His one true protege is the author of that book.
No.
So-
David Bohm is his protege. The author is named Michael Talbot. He writes about what Bohm says. Apparently,
It's all of the work about Bohm.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom. It's been a while since I read the book. I read that when I was in college.
James. Is the Earth
I was
flat or
looking
is
to
it
teach
round?
some sort of
Serious
class
question.
at a
Two of
school
the world's
that's not
most
improv.
eminent thinkers believe that the universe itself may be a giant hologram, quite literally a kind of image or construct created, at least in part, by the human mind. University of London physicist David Bohm, a protege of Einstein and one of the world's most respected quantum physicists, and Stanford neuropsychologist, physiologist, Carl Pribram, an architect of our modern understanding of the brain, have developed a remarkable new way of looking at the universe. Their theory explains blah, 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 blah. But it's about Michael Talbot's the one that wrote it.
He wrote it, but it's about the studies. It's the
it's-
interpretation of studies from Albert
Yeah,
Einstein's protege.
the key word there is it's the interpretation. No.
Yeah,
But
and
it's but
another
the
big thing
is
is Michael Talbot was 2 when Einstein died, so that's just a big heads up.
but that's not. But anyways, so when you look at the book, a
I'm-
lot of it,
I was told that he was his protege.
a
from
lot of
somebody.
it is just the most basic parts of quantum physics that feel like magic, but they're not. Like, in order for quantum physics to be real, you have to be able to think that light particles and the way they react are different when you look at them than when you don't look at them. And it's a
Okay.
study that you can do yourself with a flashlight and cuts and paper. But when the observation of it changes it. There are things in the universe that are just not explainable unless you've studied quantum physics as much as I have. I'd love you to check in with my the Whispering Hour with James Heaney, where I talk about that while I do live streams.
Dark Page, the conversations in this vid got me curious of any fight stories from Gamefront. I don't think anyone's ever had a fight. Maybe Zach's had a fight. Zach, have you had a fight in Gamefront?
Zach's had several fights.
No comment. Pelagius,
And
good
silence.
explanation.
Some of those are still there's still litigation going on with some of those fights.
I can't talk about these things.
I've been in a couple of fights, but I don't really want to talk about them.
Yeah, most of the time it's just me getting my dick out of my pants. You know what I'm saying?
Aside
a
from the
struggle?
few unnecessary deaths, James finally getting to his cruising speed. There are still a few things to find in the academy, but they are of no particular importance unless your goal is to hoard every bit of item the game has to offer. Now would be a good time to completely clean out the dungeon in Weeping Peninsula. There should be 1 or 2 left, or progress further north.
Mm-hmm.
Jibble's
then-
not getting a look. Loot, is he sick? Does he not like Elden Ring? Teary doe eyes. Do you not like Elden Ring, James?
I love Elden Ring. I don't know how I missed the loot.
Arithmic, don't get it twisted. I love Morgan, but weren't we supposed to get some other guests on, especially just for exploring the rooftop type episodes?
We were. It's just difficult. I'm a busy guy. I have not had that much time to try to organize somebody else jumping in. But I will have more time because the one day I set aside for recording is Mondays, and that is the day that Morgan and I usually work together. So I haven't really had an extra day to get together with other people. Otherwise, I'd probably be doing, the streaming and stuff.
Kamikaze Ice says 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Return to the Dumbfounded. Do we need to watch that?
Sure. I don't know what it's referencing.
Oh, it's that face again.
I think it's still the same pause.
Yeah. But I really like
roll
it.
access when operating the camera in a handheld configuration. So he has like a body camera that he's moving around, and it automatically stabilizes while he does it. That's cool. Oh, he worked on Cloak and Dagger. This guy's sick. He's worked on a lot of cool stuff. I really like Cloak and
I've been in this
Dagger.
exact position here before.
Wait, what are you doing?
That seems to happen a lot.
Yeah,
Dying at that staircase. Yeah.
just running and getting blasted in the back.
It's Marvel, baby.
13:50. James's camera decides his computer is struggling and basically stops editing for minutes. I guess we got a new setup to look forward to. Hopefully he doesn't reinstall Windows on all his hard drives again. Smiley face.
I don't remember. I didn't know that this even happened. I don't know what happened with it. It's never happened before.
Do you remember? No, it did. Do you remember there was an episode of maybe it was Dark Souls 2 where like you finally beat one of the you'd spend like weeks and weeks, possibly months, trying to beat this dragon. Optional boss in Dark Souls 2 or 3.
That might have been my old computer.
And on the day you finally beat it, like at the end, it just turned into a slideshow, so no one actually got to see what was happening because it would just be like a frame, and then 10 seconds later it'd be another frame, and it was just So
I remember that, but that was definitely before I got this laptop.
Fair enough. 2112 James, it's adorable. Boo this man. It's quite a funny joke.
It was a good joke. You saw it already, right? It was part of another clip that we played. There's a door that I say that I can remember because it's adorable.
Yep.
And I think it's funny. I don't deserve any booze on that, unless that booze is Shadow Whiskey, and I'm gonna cheers to you.
GPW slipping in again. Not gonna lie, I enjoyed the folk commercials during GPW. Orange, you glad?
I am glad.
Orange. Okay.
I don't know what it means either.
This clip is me saying I think that Thops looks evil, and I stand behind it. I don't think we really need to look at it again. It looks a lot like Danny, and yeah, I think Danny looks a little evil. Sorry. 3118. That gesture you got, it reacts with some helmets you picked up. Helmets which also have bonus effects. Pretty neat. Might want to try it out sometime, somewhere, somehow, someday. I guess take a look at that gesture unless you already know what it is, Morgan.
Yeah. But we should see it anyways. You should see it. Look the same, you know?
Yeah.
I will depart for the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Perhaps one day you'll pay me a visit? Who knows? I may be a decorated sorcerer by then.
Do you think this guy seems evil?
I don't know. Less now.
Am I looking at the right place?
I don't know.
I think we're ahead of it. I think he got it like when he first talked to him.
3118.
Oh, that's it. You just passed.
I don't think we use wrestlers as commentators.
But in real life, wrestlers are commentators sometimes once they retire.
Yeah,
Is that the thing we were looking for?
That was it.
Yep. Write it down, James. Irradiation.
I did.
3359 slow motion. Here's lyrics to Juvenile slow motion for some random reason.
Nice. 3711, James and Morgan talking about skill. James states he will no longer use all of his skill at once. It wouldn't be fair. James, easy. It's so heeny. 3852, wait for it. 47, James asking about fighting Morgan for money. James versus Morgan as main act at medieval times, where when? Oh, a sword fight?
would be amazing. I have a sword already. Let's do it.
I would probably need a sword unless I could pick some other weapon.
What would you use?
A Ford F-150.
What? At medieval times?
No, I'd probably want. I guess I'd probably want. I'd probably want a sword also.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do a mace. I think I'd really screw up.
What do you mean? Like you hit yourself?
I think it's a lot more likely that I'd hit myself than I would with a sword. You know? Because you'd want to do that thing that you do with nunchucks where you go over the shoulders like Michelangelo from the
Oh, a
Ninja Turtles.
flail.
What did I say?
Mace.
Well, isn't... Oh, okay. So flail is the mace at the ball.
With a chain, yeah.
Okay. I always thought a mace also could have the chain on it, but I don't know. I don't know weapons like you do.
Fight me.
I'll try.
Fight me. You'll try.
Kamikaze Ice, you could read the description of some runes to see how many souls they give, added from a recent patch. Oh, good to
nice.
know.
That's a good quality of life. Isaac Sims, people don't like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. Vader is the best thing about the new show by far, though. Isaac Sims, I'm probably in the minority, but I prefer a good sword and shield, impeccable defense mixed with offense. Nothing wrong with that. Isaac Sims, can we have a GPW commercial where the evil champion Zach promotes Taco Hell with a lot of loud zacking and bleeps out cursing? I think that could potentially be really funny. I like
A lot
that.
of fart noises in the background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love the random camera freezes for James's face cam. Lol. Scroll me up. 3855.
James eats spears for
James
breakfast.
eats spears for breakfast.
I mean, we saw that before. It's true.
yeah.
Says
this
James
is it
thinks
right here.
Fox is evil just because he looks like Danny. James responds very viscerally to appearances. Did you actually say that you think he's evil because he looks like me? Is that what you said?
I did not say that. I said that earlier just in this video.
No,
But not before that.
So it's what you meant. Okay. Ninja Dad armor without cape looks so sleek, so smooth, so sexy, amazing. Armor with cape looks like Joey Greer substituted sandpaper for toilet paper and hung the used bits off the backs of your shoulders.
Yep.
Brutal.
Oh, come on.
He's got it right. You're going to have to pay $500 to remove him again.
Thops has the same VA voice actor as Crestbra from Demon Souls. Oh, wow. And Dark Souls 1 and 2. That's pretty cool to know. Thanks for that little inside info there, Brad.
Thanks for the tips. And that, my friends, is another fan mail for another week.
We did it. We did it, guys.
Do we have time to do some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
On stream? They think you're talking about on stream right now.
Oh, that's not what I meant. But
This is awkward.
So that's an off stream question. So what we're going to do right now is just close out fan mail.
I mean, thanks everybody.
Thank you guys all for joining us this week. We'll be back next Monday with more fan mail. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want to be featured in next week's fan mail. We are streaming all week from 8 a.m. Pacific time with more Stone Shard. We should be getting... We're probably like a week out, so probably another week of Stone Shard before
And we should be finishing the quarry this weekend.
Yep, and then you get Zach and Danny about somewhere between 12 and 2 o'clock Pacific, streaming on the weekends. And then we should have videos all week, so no light week this week. It'll be action-packed, so prepare yourself, get some chips, do whatever you got to do, because it's coming your
including...
way.
But
Is
not
J.J.
limited
Abrams
to.
shooting your, or is
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. That's what I was trying to work.
The
There's
lens flare here,
for some
hardcore.
reason, this camera is like lens, and look how far up that is. And the lens flare is like still lens flare, still lens flare, still lens flare, still lens flare.
The
Still
USS
lens flare.
Enterprise.
It's basically pointing the opposite direction from and there's still lens flare. That's crazy.
You have your own sun inside of your.
It's
room.
mental. It's bonkers. Anyway,
All right.
limited one.